Hey everybody, Master Mom Amanda Olson here, and I just wanted to tell you I had a really good day today. I got to spend basically the entire day outside in my yard, and I know it was raining kind of on and off all day, so um, that was a little tricky, but with my greenhouse that you can kind of see behind me there, I can work inside out of the rain, and plus there's quite a bit of canopy area here that I can work, just get a little drizzle on, so it wasn't too bad. I worked on, I don't know if you can see them back there yet. All those little plants, well, a bunch of them. I went to a nursery today and bought a bunch of herbs and some more vegetables and different plants and flowers for my garden. So just a huge variety of stuff because I just got a cart. I knew a couple of things that I wanted, and then when you're just walking through those aisles and you're like, oh, I don't have one of those, or oh, that would be pretty in this area, that sort of thing. So that's what I did. Got some plants, got some pots, and just kind of felt like beautifying some spaces. So I had some fun with that. And then I also enjoyed kind of pruning some areas. I'll show you when it gets a little more completed, but I'm adding a big front porch onto my house, which I'm so excited about because I've wanted to sit on a front porch and watch the world go by for so long. Like a big farmhouse out here in Tennessee, but it's not practical for me right now to live out on a farmhouse, so just trying to recreate that desire here where I live. So it's coming along slowly, but it is coming along. The rain doesn't help. So there's a Japanese maple that's actually the deck was built around that Japanese maple, so it's coming up in the center of it, and so I pruned that today. I pruned my tomato plants and my pepper plants, and just to kind of keep on top of them. Also the zucchini and the squash, any type of leaves that aren't, they're a little yellow or maybe something's been trying to eat on them. I cut all those off and keep it really clean along the soil line, so to prevent any bugs or stuff like that coming. And then trimmed my rose bushes, pruned them also. So a lot of pruning today. I used the rose bush, just a little gardening tip. You can use the rose bush clippings, because they have thorns on them. I put them in my big garden bag here behind me, that one right there. So one day I was looking out my kitchen window and there were squirrels in there, and I'm like, look, I worked too hard on that. You are not eating my plants. So I put I put a little bird in there, little crane sitting up there, and then I also put those rose bush clippings. And the squirrels haven't been back. They don't want to mess with those thorns. So also the doves were hopping in there too, and I'm like, I like you doves, I like you squirrels, but not in my garden. So those help. So I took some of the clippings and I put them also around the squash and different places that I'd noticed there might be a little bit of slugs or something like that you don't want those coming up and eating your plants. You work so hard to clear the area, plant them, prune them, take care of them. You don't want the little bugs messing with them or slugs. So actually the rose bush clippings work really well for that. Just kind of put them around and keep those things, like the squirrels and the doves. The doves seem to really like to eat the leaves of certain plants. So, but that kind of keeps them away too. So just a little gardening tip for you. Also, thankful to the squirrels because they took a bunch of my peaches last year and redistributed them, and so I have an abundance of peach trees popping up everywhere. So I actually have a bunch of they're about this tall, peach trees that I dug them up and put them in pots today and are going to raise them. So if you're interested in some peach trees, let me know. And then I have some that are like 2 years old and 3 years old, and then of course mine, let's see if you can see it behind me there. there's kind of the size of it right there. That one's about 10 years old. It is a dwarf peach tree, so all these trees are dwarf peach trees, and they do, I have had them flower, and they're just, even if you don't want peaches, because it takes a couple of years for them to actually start producing peaches. It's not like, you know, even like the blackberry bush that I have, it took a year before the first year I planted it, and then the second year it produced some fruit, and now it's just like insane fruit. I gave away 2 nice canes, one to my dad and mom, and one to my brother. They took them down to Florida, which they'll flourish just beautifully there. But if you want some blackberry canes, they're thornless and they're so sweet. They're wonderful. Let me know, because I have an abundance, and I'm blessed to have that kind of abundance. So I just spent the day kind of pruning and cleaning up some areas, shopping and buying plants, and I put some of them in pots, some flowers. I had found this old wooden ladder. It's not very big, just a little step ladder, a couple of weeks ago, and I spray painted it and, gave it a little bit of new life. And then I bought these little terracotta pots, like these, there. Just these, they're like $1 from Lowe's, and put some flowers in there and put them on the little ladder. It looks really cute. So I just some pretty beautiful things to surround yourself with in your yard that didn't take much time, and was very pleasurable, and then it's beautiful to look at. So I hope that inspires you just to do that. I mean, it took I had some leftover spray paint from something else, and I am a spray paint queen, by the way. Mean spray painter. Not graffiti, but if it just needs to be covered up with spray paint, I can do it. So I did that with that little ladder. I mean, it took me maybe 10 minutes, and 10 minutes, and it looks so cute. And then, bought the flowers, and it took me another 10 minutes to put them in pots and set it up there, and then you got this really cute little thing. So if you got some stuff laying around, even an old drawer, or anything, I've got pallets laying around. I'm excited about working and putting those up and creating something with those. So just find something, slap some paint on it, put a flower on it, and boom, you got a really cute little feature in your yard. But that's me, just kind of, if it's brand new, it doesn't look good in my yard. So it's got to look like it's been there for a while, aged, kind of like myself. But that's kind of what I did today, just doing that. I bought some different vegetables that I've never really grown before, so I'm kind of anxious to see that. I bought a couple of sweet potato plants. I've grown potatoes before, so I imagine it's not that much different. I just got to find the right place in the yard. So for Christmas, my daughter and son-in-law bought me a tiller. All right, so that's pretty cool. All right, that was a great Christmas present. It's still in the box, but I'm looking at it today, and I'm picking out some places in my yard, and I'm thinking, yeah, that tiller will be really good. So maybe tomorrow I don't know. I'm watching Sylvia tomorrow and going to church, so tomorrow may not be a till day, but I think one's coming up soon. Maybe I'll get a chance to video that, and you can see that happening. But so got some sweet potatoes, and then I bought some pumpkin plants. And I just thought that would be fun, just something fun to grow. I mean, what's there to lose? $3.99, $3.99 to experiment with pumpkin plants, and so we'll see what happens, and see if that turns into anything. I don't know if you can hear that thunder, but it's been off and on all day, and rain's been off and on all day. So I was gonna mow my backyard, but the grass never. As soon as it dried out, then it started raining again. So it's a little long. It's going to take me a while, but I bought this little battery-powered mower, so I just slip the battery in, push the button, and boom, there we go. And then, of course, I can use the grass clippings for either enhancing my compost, or sometimes I put it over as a mulch over some garden areas and stuff like that, just to, keep the moisture in, keep the weeds down. So I like I just mow the backyard, so somebody else mows the front yard. But the one thing is the backyard, they didn't, I don't get to keep the clippings, and I've got so many crazy little areas that you can't really bring a big mower back here. You have to do one little area at a time. So that, well, I'll get the little mower, and then it catches the grass, and I'll use that, and I've just loved it. I've had it about a year, and it's worked out perfect. And I can do little areas at a time. I don't have to, just straight up do the whole yard. Um, but yeah, it's been a good day. The dogs have been outside playing, and I call it puppy jujitsu. That's what they do. They just roll around, and it's fun to watch. I'll video that sometime and let you see that, because that's pretty cool. But besides, just kind of doing a little social media stuff for the martial arts school today, and Master Mom, putting out some content there about, I talked about coddling this week, so that's a little bit tougher subject, but it's important. It's important for you to make sure you comfort, not coddle, your kids, so that they can be prepared for life. Because you guys know, and boy do I know, nobody's out there to coddle you. They expect you to stand up and do your stuff, do your life, do your job, and that's okay. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. But I just wanted to share that I had a great day, and I enjoyed being in my yard. I know it's still a little early, the light's out, but I did indulge myself. I coddled myself a little bit. I did have some groceries delivered. I grilled out, and so because of all this, I didn't feel like showering and going to the grocery store. So I had some groceries delivered, and I've enjoyed a nice supper. The dogs enjoyed a little bit of a nice supper as well. And then I got the rest of this beautiful evening to myself. It looks like might be another little downpour or whatever, but I've got plenty of places to hang out outside and watch the rain, because that always is pretty too, or I can go inside too. So you guys have a great day. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. I hope you can hear the birds in the background too, because they're part of my relaxation and joy, and just hearing them sing and hop around. It won't be too long before they'll be stealing my blackberries. Alright, so again, peach trees, blackberries in abundance. Let me know if you need anything. Oh, and irises. It's insane. I don't know how to stop making them grow. They're just everywhere, but they're beautiful. I enjoy them. So let me know if you need anything. And you guys have a great Sunday. Take care, and I'll see you around.